Welcome back to Crypto's Juiciest News, baby dolls. We're looking at a BT coin price of around $58,000 to $59,000. We're still hovering around this little zone here. It's been like 7 months, man. Like, can we get the hell out of this crappy garbage scam range already? It's been such a long time. We're sitting around here. A lot of people are really turbo bearish. And I just want to let you know that even all over Twitteroonies, people who think that they're like being contrarian, they don't know that they are actually the majority. A lot of people, most are concerned about recession fears. They're concerned about, the US yield curve inverting. People are concerned about Bitcoin dropping below 50K, heading towards 40K, 30K. Basically, I've seen them so many times. And do you want to know what the actual, basically, contrarian case is? Is to say, some random good news is coming and you're all going to be forgotten in a month. I know that's crazy. It's crazy to think about. But just in case we do get cucked, right? Just like Ethereum have been cucking themselves, just prepare just in case, we get some poopy times as well. I mean, at least we escaped August, right? But there's still a red monthly candle. We'll concede it. But now we move on to September. September is known as another rectember. But then we have October, November, December. October, November, December, friends. In every Bitcoin halving year, it's finished green, okay? In 2012, it finished plus 5%. In 2016, it finished plus 55%. And then in 2020, it finished like 150%. So it's actually interesting. Every Bitcoin halving, the last 3 months, has been getting bigger and bigger. It'd be amazing if that goes up. Imagine we finished like a 3x by the end of December this year, which I know everyone would be like, no way that can happen. But you never know, man. Maybe Donald Trump comes in, I will buy all the Bitcoin. Imagine he says something like that. Now, friends, today, looking at all the prices, right? There's not much else to do with the prices. You're still waiting to see are the ratios going to disconnect or they're going to keep actually moving in our favor. Bitcoin dominance is still at that high price zone. Ethereum is still trying to find its way off the floor from being cucked. And I'm just going to show you that Ethereum price chart right now. This is the monthly price chart. Hopefully, this is some sort of bottom, but it looks absolutely filthy trash. Okay, man, I'm hoping by the end of this month, I know we don't have long left. If BTC can finish just above here, at least not to flip red on the monthly super chin. Okay, so based off everything, friends, I mean, the same drill, right? Even if we go and look at the Stonk market, which we have right here, yeah, we need that Russell 2000. We need the Russell 2000. Everything else is still like hanging around. And just got to remind you as well, just for new people watching, see this arrow? That is the average price point, the time point when things are starting to move. And that actually is October. Okay, so you never know, man. Maybe the stock market starts pricing in a Trump victory. Maybe Janet Yellen starts actually pumping up the stocks. But that's pretty much what the global liquidity index is, just to remind you again. So we can actually track this stuff, friends. So shout out to all the baby dolls. I heard Kevin Svensson, shout out to Kevy Boo. I didn't know. Kevin, he's the one who made this indicator. So thank you so much, bro. That's awesome. He actually coded it in here. It's an indicator for crypto that we can use in crypto. It's very useful. See how it's ticking up, friends? See this global liquidity ticking up? Well, it is, not even rumored, it is. It's the US Treasury. And remember, the government and the central bank, they're one in one now. Okay, meant to be independent, they're not. We'll play some pump music for that because working together, friends. Remember, the government and the central bank, they only work together to do one thing. Print money, buy up the bunds. Print money, buy up That's what it is, pretty much pump bags. Okay, which is unfortunately we're laughing, but hey, you're debasing the whole nation, aren't you? Okay, so that's pretty much what it comes down to. The global liquidity index ticking up, right? Otherwise known as anti-down. That's exactly what we want to see. It just takes time to seep in, and they're loading up the accounts. They might not want to blow it up right here. Maybe they literally think like, if you knew, okay, Kamala Harris, terrible politician. She had 5%, not even me talking, okay, the polls. 5% approval rating when Joe Biden was around. Now, magically 55%, which no one believes. Okay, how are you 5%? But do you know how you go from 5% to literally 55%, right? So Donald Trump reversed down. The guy got shot. He took a bullet for democracy, pretty much, right? If you want to think about it that way. And he still dropped in rating. So it's a lot of BS. But if you were to pump event, just think about it. If you're Janet Yellen and you look like the Pudgy Penguins yourself, as she does, and I'll show it to you right here. So this is actually her on the... I know, friends, you're like, wait a minute. Which one is Janet Yellen? I'm looking at the same picture. I know, friends, it's actually very confusing, but I'm going to help you right here. So this, I'm going to have to think long and hard. I think this is Janet Yellen. No. I think this is the Pudgy Penguin, friends. I think this actually might be her. I know that they look exactly the same. Can't figure it out these days. Now, big news of the day, okay. the corrupt SEC, friends, have issued an official Wells notice against OpenSea. So this is a thick Pikachu. It's a rare Pokemon card. Thick Pikachu uses Thunderclap with the booty cheeks. And for that, friends, you know, let's actually play some nice Pikachu music. Let's actually play this. We're actually going to crank it, friends. So that's actually wonderful to see. Okay, Thunder Cheeks. Going to use Thunder Cheeks. Now, corrupt SEC, no one takes them seriously anymore. It's kind of like they've watered themselves down. Friends, it's kind of like a cop shows up. You're all going to be arrested. Okay, it's not 2 people. It's 24,000 people are arrested. We're like, what the hell, man? I think that's society doing something at this point, right? You know what I mean? We're going to arrest everybody for everything. So the corrupt SEC, right, they're actually claiming that JPEGs are securities. So that's right, friends. And guess what? You want to know something too? You are watching right now a security. I'm a security according to the corrupt SEC. You know, a video, friends, that you're watching right now on the YouTubes is 60 JPEGs per second. Okay, so I am millions and millions of securities right now. Okay, so I'm actually illegal. In fact, you watching this video, you should be in jail. Look at you, you dirty little thing. Now, Gary Gensler, friends, is obviously a semen demon, and we have to stop him, okay? Because all these OnlyFans girls, they need a job, okay? But if Gary is out and he's slurping up all the semen in the world, well, we're going to have an issue here, aren't we? He's going to be fired if Donald Trump is elected. I know, friends, we all know that, but just got to remind everybody, it's actually 100% confirmed because, yeah, if Donald Trump said, hey, if I get elected, this guy's getting out, and that is it. It's actually interesting. I'm listening to his Sean Ryan interview, and it's so funny. I'm like, what does the guy do that's so different? And then he laid it out. He goes, oh, yeah, if someone's doing a bad job, I just get rid of him. No one does that in government. And I'm like, oh, my gosh, that is literally all it is. It's all it is, friends. Like, you suck. You've been sucking for 18 years, bro. Just get out. They don't even do that in government. They're going to do like 17 pieces of paper. And they'll be like, oh, you know, how do you feel about it? Or can we even get rid of him? And it's interesting. Funny, man. The government, friends, US government especially, not all governments, there's 2 ways to get rid of you, okay? So there's either the 14-year process of very, very slow pencils and paper pushing and stuff, or there's literally an assassination. There's literally nothing in between. It's kind of funny how that works. Now, also, shout out to Mr. Durkey Turkey, of course, one of my loving friends of the channel. It's because I got a hold of my secret card, Sommi. I'm sorry I let you down. Oh, my gosh. A Smokey Bear card. The original owner of this page is a proud supporter of Smokey Bear and the ongoing efforts to prevent wildfires. I love you, said. That's actually so cute. So yeah, this actually, friends, I mean, like, yeah, shout out to also Mr. 420 OG. Every day the simulation comes up with some shit. I get it. You think, friends, I thought there's no way I can get more paranoid, skeptic, UFO believing, all this other stuff. Friend, my channel, this thing is totally raw, unfiltered, unhinged. I don't even know how I'm allowed to literally operate in society talking to like more than one person out here. Yet, the things just get more crazy. I mean, I just couldn't believe it, man. I can't tell you how many times my friends were literally smoking shisha. And they said, man, Donald Trump is saying a lot of stuff. And I said, yeah. It's literally like the only thing next is they're basically going to have to shoot him in the head. That's it. They have to kill him. And then we're just looking at him like, nah, really? Okay, that would be like, the movie's already playing out like that. It's kind of like, it looks like it's going to happen, but is it going to be that obvious? What happens next? It's kind of scary, spooky, man. It's scary. It's scary, okay? Because sometimes these things, you know they're coming, you just don't want to admit them, right? So the corrupt SEC, friends, remember, they've gone through every single person in crypto, so they've lost all their effectiveness, okay? I've also, friends, I want to slide this in. So this is an actual general message for everybody, YouTube, content. This is all the crypto industry, all content creators, especially people on PulseChain stuff, because obviously, like, we're rare. We can't be replaced. You have to be careful, man. Do not make anti-Israel content on YouTube or Twitter. Now, on TikTok, you can't even do that. It gets banned. You can't even do it if you try. So, just going to show you basically what's happened is, okay, so we have Simon Dixon, friend. Now, Simon Dixon, he has blocked me. Okay, he's blocked me. Well, your surname's Dixon. So I can't, what other nickname can I give him, friends? I mean, his surname's already a nickname, Dixon, right? Shout out to Simon, bro. I've been watching him for years. It's all good. Okay, now, he basically confirmed with Binance, all right? You can read all the information on stuff right here. So The reason why Pavel, the Telegram founder, why is he getting arrested? Why is he getting targeted? Why they want him dead? It's because of Israel. Now, on Telegram, there are sensitive government-leaked data on there. I don't know what it is, but apparently, whatever's been circulating proves or shows there's some genocide stuff going on. Okay, now, friends, I don't have a dog in this fight. I don't really care. Okay, I'm on Team Crypto. I want everything to go up. But I'm just informing you that's what's pretty much going on. So that's the real reason he's been taken out. I know as soon as you hear that, you're like, oh my gosh, that makes totally perfect sense now. Yeah, it does. It's like, and by the way, there's one hexagon. I understand you're skeptical, but he basically, you fell into the trap. He believed the mainstream media, one guy. He believed the mainstream media narrative that it was about child images, if you know what I mean, on circulating on Telegram. No, bro. I actually have the data. Of all the internet child images leaked, crimes, 44% came from Snapchat. And then the next one came from Instagram, like 17%. And then there was like 10% on WhatsApp and Facebook. Okay, so Facebook, or basically the bug eater control one, they're like 70, 80%. Do you want to know where Telegram was? It wasn't even on the list. It was so small, it was less than 1%. They didn't even write it on the list. So Telegram is not even on there, just to let you know. So you have to be careful, right? So having these leaked data, he refused to censor it. He's like, I'm not censoring it. And then they're like, okay, we're going to the next step, right? So I guess if he still doesn't comply, remember, friends, Telegram chain yesterday, it went down for 6 hours, didn't process the transaction. Okay, so there's probably some stuff being done. I don't know. Maybe friends, they could have literally easily just sat him down. They go, hey, you know who Jeffrey Epstein is? You do? Oh, okay, just checking. That's all I have to say to you, by the way. That's literally all I have to say. They don't sit down and give you like a four-hour essay, an 18-page explanation, and then put you on Bankless show to explain, okay, guys, now how exactly are you going to assassinate him? What's going to go on here? No, they don't do that. Literally, that's all they do, friends. They go, hey, it would be real shame if that noose around your neck turned out to be really tight. That's it. That's all I have to say. And then you have too much fear in your heart, so you comply. Now, this is actually relevant for crypto, friends. This is very, very, very relevant. Why? Because Telegram won't get censored. What if it is? Okay, we're moving more and more closer towards the Palestinians, or just anybody oppressed, whatever. They're going to start using crypto more. We're going to get caught in the crossfire. Not yet, though. Eventually, we'll get caught in the crossfire. We just know it's coming, all right? And Grammar Crypto has no freeze function. They can't freeze Bitcoin, can't freeze Ethereum. Oh, it'd be interesting, though, if they start using Ethereum. I wonder if Vitalik starts to get compromised. That'll be interesting. Imagine, friends, if a lot of... I don't imagine. You can already see this. Imagine some Israeli sensitive data gets thrown around on Ethereum social network stuff, like Fartcaster and whatever. What do you think's going to happen? Oh, I wouldn't be surprised, man. Vitalik's missus goes missing. She ends up being a honey trap. He gets arrested somewhere, being complicit. You never know, man. Not even you never know. But they just did it to one dude. They literally just did it. They just ran the playbook right in front of you. I don't know. What I'm telling you is shocking. Zeus, what the F? I know. That's literally it. I'm surprised at that too. So, yes, that's why I'm giving you an emergency warning. By the way, I like this nice picture, friends. I got the mog here. Shout out to Mr. Woofy. Mr. Woofy is one of my kindest friends out here. Mr. Woofy is helping me destroy all the bears, friends. You know, Mr. Woofy, you know, he played in adventure games. He's always like a cute little wolf, you know, like in Resident Evil 4, friends. Kind of cute little doggy wolf that's just helping you out, defeat all the big bears and all the nasty zombies and stuff around. Well, that's Mr. Woofy. Mr. Woofy's my companion, okay? Now, this political stuff, we're going to get caught in the crossfire, of course, in crypto because they can't stop anything. And what if people start using payments to get around? It's coming. We know it's coming. And they're going to paint it in a bad way. That's why, like, I'll just tell you, friends, the Bitcoin ETF is going to be the biggest Trojan horse because they're going to say, hey, we love Bitcoin. Everything's great. We love crypto. If it's approved. And then it'll just have their own little trashy little whitelist that's going to be on Uniswap v4 with their what they call hooks, which is literally just centralized server database stuff. And it's pretty much going to be World Economic Forum like, okay? So I guess we'll see how the industry goes from that point. But yeah, I'm just warning everybody, don't make anti-Israel content. You get auto-deleted on TikTok. I'm not even joking. You literally get auto-deleted. I'll show you a video of that very, very soon. A video that's actually deleted. Might have to make a full video on it much later on. But yes, this sensitive information and stuff, we're basically going to stick to our own crypto on Ponzi alt bags, right? So we'll just play some pump music as well. You just got to believe in this. You know, it's the Ponzi altcoin bags. That's what we're here for, okay? Leave this political stuff out. But yeah, it's bringing more of an undertone to the use case, right? Now, friends, this is a very, very, very sensitive video, okay? This is from Ian Carroll. So he's an absolute boss. I've uploaded some of his videos. He does really, really good videos. So RFK, so actual RFK Jr., right? So RFK, you know, Mr. Pro Bitcoin guy who is now obviously like siding kind of with Trump, and then his family's kind of betrayed him. Remember, you might know his uncle JFK and his dad Robert Kennedy, Bobby Kennedy. They both got assassinated by the Coconut Intelligence Agency, right? So basically, RFK himself, obviously, like, he knows who killed it. He knows, man. He basically, in his speech, he admitted the Coconut Intelligence Agency, which is obviously here, friends, the Coconut Intelligence Agency were interfering in the US 2020 election. Now, the video he goes through here, it's on my Twitter, friends, if you want to look it through. The video goes through here, okay? It got deleted off TikTok immediately. Look at this. TikTok immediately took down his video. So they banned words. You can't say or type these words, election interference, right? So apparently election interference and stuff on TikTok, you can't talk about any of that, okay? So, and his appeal gets rejected straight away. So, by the way, man, you honestly want to tell me they didn't rig the election? Bro, they literally have a guy pressing the button. Okay, if anybody says we rigged the election, make sure you delete them. You can't make it any more obvious, bro. Like, I've got a bridge to sell you if you honestly think nothing's going on. Remember the times when Jack Dorshit was the CEO of Twitter, friends? So he's the guy who actually made Twitter, but yeah, he's running it like a Nazi camp. And I don't know how the guy's a Bitcoin maxi. It's one of the biggest mysteries how this guy, friends, honestly, that's how I know Bitcoin maximalism is not as great for the world as everyone thinks. It's because Jack Dorshit, this guy, literally is a Bitcoin maxi. I'm not joking. He's the reason I go, you know what? If him being a total Marxist, communist, he's an actual Nazi dude, he was doing pro-censorship, he was actually doing it for the government, friends, and he actually leaked. I mean, look at this. Jack Dorshit. Of course, we made a bunch of mistakes, especially around the New York Post and the Hunter Biden laptop story. Do you want to know what he did? Friends, literally, the Coconut Intelligence Agency, the US government, okay, so the deep state were literally telling him, hey, there's going to be a thing about a laptop coming in. Tell everybody it's fake and it doesn't exist, and then ban everybody. And he did. He did. Look at the news that was coming out. Hunter Biden's story is Russian disinformation, dozens of former Intel's officials say. So remember, we found Joe Biden's son. He was coming out smoking some big fat crack rocks with some prostitutes. Unfortunately, sadly, and disgustingly, okay, so there is a lot of child abuse images there. Girls underage. The guy's sick, man. His own niece. Okay, friends, do you want to know how sick and twisted the guy is? He copied pictures of his own freaking niece like 18 times. So it was like in his gallery so he could find the image right. Because he had like 5,000 pictures in his gallery, right? So what he did was he kept copy-pasting his picture of his niece. Okay, it's disgusting. Just so, you know, when you're scrolling, so you can find out, oh, where it is. Where's that picture of that niece? So you could always look at it. Man, this guy, he's absolutely filthy. By the way, this is the type of stuff going out here. You know, of course, he was smashing some big railing lines in the White House as well, which is probably, that's like the least of everybody's concerns. But yeah, this is the type of stuff that's going on, man. It kind of feels like, man, they're going to drag crypto in because we're so useful. We're so useful. That's why we're destined for higher prices, man. And if you want, friends, I'll put this Twitter post of Ian, and he's going through all the stuff you can look at. All the rigging of the election, man. It was just, they did it. Of course they did it, man. Everything's rigged. They're all trying to cheat. So you can check it out in the description if you want to watch a full video. Now, having some fun, friends, quickly, there is, I don't know if you've seen Agent Chud. So this is Chud Jack. This is like the new 4chan creation, Chud. And he reminds me of like Frank Grimes from Simpsons. He's literally like a Frank Grimes soy jack. And for some reason, I was just scrolling through Twitter and there's this guy here. This is kind of strange, friends. This weird stuff. There's a lot of pro-Israel Indian support who are making these videos, but then you have something funny out here. Look at this guy. He says he wants to make love to Israeli women.
I love you. I love you. Israeli women, I love you so much.
So he looks exactly like the Chud Jack, friends. That's why exactly I posted it. So, man, it's just, I'm telling you now, friends, I know how this is all going to end. Okay, everybody's killing each other. Everyone's blowing each other up. And then independent voices like us in crypto are coming out and saying, oh, that's all by design, right? You're all monkeys, man. They want you. Just keep fighting. Just literally keep fighting, okay? The Palestinian, the peanut team and the ice cream team, you're fighting over each other. But don't look at the central bank. No. Don't look what's going on here. Aren't you glad we got crypto, man? We are soaking up the excess liquidity. That's what you want to see. Now I'm going to switch gears back to the corrupt SEC, friends. This is sad, man. Bankless, so Davey Soy Hoffman on the bottom here and Ryan Soy Adams are agreeing with the corrupt SEC, man.
Well, Yuga Labs is I'm on board with that one. Like, it's kind of hard to argue that they're not.
NFTs? You're on board with... Wait, you're on board with Bored Apes being securities, David?
Because, well, it's kind of hard to defend that they're not when they have the whole entire Bored Ape ecosystem, and the Bored Ape is like an ownership stake over the Bored Ape.
See, friends, I'm not even on that face. They're just, bro, stop drinking soy, weak, fragile cuckery, okay? You guys got to do better, man. You can't think possibly it's a good idea, all right, to just let someone come in, open the door of your house, take a shit in your fridge, okay? And you had your chocolate in there. Now you can't eat your chocolate. You're waiting for your chocolate all day after work. You come in, bang your missus, okay? And then pass it over to your missus's boyfriend, right? So that's double disrespectful, okay? And then come in, steal your money, and then basically give it to somebody else and say, well, you know what? You have a point with that one thing. No, man. What is that? Stockholm syndrome? Is that, friends, when you're taking you're starting to get... Man, I don't want to say it. It's disgusting. So, in crypto, friends, you got to remember, right? You got to be strong. Okay, we are strong, right? These people have infinite power, okay? They have infinite power. We have literally 0% power, right? On paper. Now, obviously, we're all the poor people, so we actually have all the power. It's actually inverted. Without us, they're nothing, okay? But on paper, they have all the power. They have infinite power. So, you have literally nothing to lose by fighting. You know, literally nothing. So by giving up, you're giving away everything. You're literally giving up infinite power. What's your risk reward? Okay, your risk is, oh no, you lose power and you go from 0 to 0. Okay, what's your upside? Well, you get to gain a share of the infinite power. Literally have infinite power. Okay, infinite money printing power. Infinite power to assassinate anyone. Infinite. Okay, literally limitless. But you never get anywhere if you're just literally walking into these places telling them, you know what, we're not going to negotiate, friends, right? It reminds me of like one of those Homer Simpson deals. I'm sure it's one of these episodes where the negotiation was bad. Like, hey, you know, I'll buy that thing off you for like, you know, like for $10. He's like, no, $8. Okay, deal. He gives it to him for cheaper, right? So it literally reminds me of that, man. And I think when this is well and truly done, friends, okay, I think the hex curse has been lifted. I think when we look back, all right, we're going to look at Richard Hart fighting the SEC is strength. And then you're going to look back at that and be like, man, you guys are bitches. You guys are bitches. You just held up the flag. Okay. Look how evil Gary Gensler is, by the way. So there is a Bitcoin Maxi guy. So look at this. Okay. Gensler. Look at this brainwashing. Consistently labeled Bitcoin a commodity. Approved Bitcoin spot ETFs. Went after Ripple. Went after Hex. Went after Ethereum Foundation. Fought against this Ethereum spot ETF. So this guy, right, he's obviously like pro Bitcoin Max. He hates all of these. So what exactly is wrong with the guy? And why are so many Bitcoiners applauding his removal? So this guy, friends, this is what happens when you got too much time, because literally your wife's boyfriend has taken her out, not for the day or the week or the month. Okay, it's literally been 3 months. They're spending your credit card and they've gone to Cancun. Okay, so that's what happens here. That's literally him on the left. This is the rainbow colored soy jack out here. So just so everyone knows, Gary Gensler, the Semen Demon, did not approve the Bitcoin ETF. Okay, so he rejected all of them consistently over and over and over again for 13 years. By the way, the corrupt SEC, they all rejected them. Only when Roca Negra came in did they finally allow it to get in. Only Roca Negra comes in 3 months later. Oh, okay, you're coming in now. Because the Roca Negra is the private wallet of the US government, okay? Grayscale had to sue the corrupt SEC and then lose in court. The corrupt SEC had to lose in court. Okay, so Grayscale had to sue them And then the judge, basically, the evidence was so overwhelming against the corrupt SEC. Basically, the judge said, well, if I don't approve this now, there's going to be an American Civil War equivalent, and I'm going to have to do this right now because the evidence is like 50 points stacked to the crypto guy's side, Bitcoin and everything else, and then 0 points on the corrupt SEC. So then the judge ordered, hey, you got to make this a Bitcoin ETF, okay? So it had nothing to do with Gary Gensler. Gary Gensler's a Semen demon. And yeah, don't apologize for the men. Screw them. They literally have infinite power. What kind of cuck are you, bro? You're literally risking 0. It reminded me of like those people like, well, I'm going to be poor for the next 40 years of my life. I can't even afford to put in 1 week of salary into crypto. Like you've already given up. You say, oh, well, I'm going to be working for the next 40 years. You're going to break your back. They're going to dilute your purchasing power. You have to go leverage 10x on property, and you have to go turbo leveraged up in debt, and you're going to be drowning for the rest of your life. You're basically giving up before you even started. Come on, man. Where's the fighting spirit? Now, speaking of fighting spirit, friends, many altcoins, of course, are cheap. Many altcoins, okay? And there's just too many to go through, as always, because, man, you got Ethereum, friends, like 2,500. We need it at, like, 3,500 to, like, slowly get excited, and then 4,500 to say, okay, it's on now, okay? But I'm just showing you just information out here. Everybody's still here, man. No one's left, okay? Yeah, some people have sold coins, but I've shown you these examples of the house and stuff. Only like 5% of supply side, 5 or 10%. It's so easy to recover that back. You just need times to come ahead. Now, friends, I've collected all this information here pretty much for Gofurs, okay? So Gofurs, this is the Gofurs PulseChain. It's actually still up from the beginning, okay? So it's up plus 50%. And I can actually show you, right? It's actually doing pretty well. It's only down, and this is very strong for an altcoin. It's down 62% against Pulse. Now, of course, there is another one, Solana one. We got dicked on that because too many weak hands contributed in Solana, on the Solana's Gofurs. But just to show you, right? So the dev, so Dipcatcher, he's still building. Okay, I have all this post out here. You can maybe pause and what he's thinking about doing, like, you know, a launchpad protocol and just basically updating stuff. That's what you want, man. Staying active. Everybody is still there, and you got to remember. I remember making this video. The PulseChain ecosystem of all the communities, sub communities in there, it's basically a rotating wheel. Okay, and someone's in the spotlight. There's like 2 communities in the spotlight, and everything else is out of favor, and the wheel's just rotating around. Okay, so when you had like basically Tangang peak, Gofurs was like a minimum. Okay, so now Tangang's like switching around with Tangang next to the PDI stuff, right? And they're moving around. It's fascinating to see that. Now, this actually happens in all the crypto. The problem with the other crypto like networks is you don't have like 5 communities to choose from. Okay, you have literally more like 550. It literally becomes impossible because they're so fragmented around. Okay, that's the disadvantage of being in somewhere big, because your edge is like basically diluted. But basically, man, the coin's still cheap. I mean, it's 2.5 million market cap. But yeah, it becomes a bit hard. Hey, do you buy the one with there's like 4 of them? I don't know what to do, man. Like, I think it's a decent chance to at least punt on the PulseChain one, and then if you want to grab the Ethereum one, friends, because remember, Ethereum mainnet has 69 billion in stablecoins sitting there. 69 billion with a B, friends. Having stablecoins there matters a lot. You know, that's how Tron gone up. Tron has like 14 billion. So just having stablecoins and people moving around, perfect example, right? It's like you're literally going to the grocery store every day. You just buy milk. Buy every single day, you buy milk. But then one day they put like, you know, the Snickers bar, the chocolate bar right next to the cash register. And then one day you're like, oh, I feel like a chocolate bar. So you're in the process of buying milk. That's literally the Tron, the stablecoin transactions by sending around Asia. And then they're like, oh, there's a Snickers bar. I'll just grab that today as well. That's the equivalent of what's pretty much happening in Tron. It's actually like amazing that it's actually worked out for Justin's son. So yeah, that's what I always do. I always check out the Telegram. The Telegram's got like 3,100 members out here. Everyone's still there. It's just the same thing, man. All the other altcoins. We're just showing you like because I heard some people, which I won't talk about, basically wrong information, wrong facts, just completely wrong everything, complete misrepresentation, obviously throwing my name in there. I was going to make a response. I thought, nah, not worth it, man. Not worth it. Not going to bother. But I'm just watching people like make completely the wrong conclusion based off like entirely the wrong information. And it was also funny in what I was looking at the time. They're like saying, oh, like Gofurs is a rug. I'm like, bro, what do you mean it's a rug? But dude, it's only down 62% against Pulse, and everything's still building there. So it's actually not, but I know what people are doing, friends. They'll do the whole, your coin is bad, come and buy my coin. My coin's the greatest, and it's going to be the greatest. Of course, everyone does that, right? But I guess it's up to the market to see, is it going to be the greatest, right? But That's the thing, man. Like once you make a coin, okay, once you tie it to your name, you make that coin. Look what happened to Max Kaiser, dude. Max coin, okay? It's literally, it just plagues wherever he goes for life, you know? So it's yeah, if people, look, maybe we live in a society in 5 or 10 years, literally everybody has 100 coins, okay? Maybe it's like that. Maybe it's like lewd photos right now. Maybe everybody's got nudes. Maybe everyone's got AI nudes of themselves floating around. But right now, I mean, like, it's not even like it's a great idea because, you know, you think like, oh, if everybody's scared to do it, maybe it's a good idea to do it. No, 99.9% of altcoins go to zero. So unfortunately, it isn't. Check out this funny meme as well. Okay, so this is literally, friends, this is a summary of Bitcoin right now. So this guy has the little lightning, basically, is that a little lightning logo? Okay, that's the lightning layer 2. Okay, so he's the cuck. And then this is World Economic Forum. You have Roca Negra, you have Visa, MasterCard. And obviously his missus like, are you sure this is him getting cucked? Okay, yes, he's got the laser eyes. So this picture, fans, guy made this is genius, literally genius as well. Why is it genius? Okay, because okay, Bitcoin maxis have chosen Roca Negra's ETF number go up deal instead of decentralization routes, and don't you forget it. That's how I know. Eventually, the Bitcoin dominance, it's going to crack down hard. It's going to crack down hard, and Bitcoin's dominance over the whole industry, it's getting watered down over time. Because even Bitcoin maxis, when push came to shove, they selected the number go up support. Yes, Roca Negra, bring in all that fiat, make our number go up. Yes, that's what they basically said, the equivalent of that, okay? And then what they just thrown out is all their like layer 2 decentralization stuff, which is like, you can't do it anyway. It's so clunky. Okay, we all know Ethereum's doing things 10,000 times better, right? And even the Solana model, everything else is just faster and better. Smart contracts out there, okay? So how I interpret this is because that can be cracked, just assume everything can be cracked, okay? That if we could crack them on that, we can crack them on everything. Because they look, when it came to the most important of all, they basically chose, hey, we want number go up, which is what I've been saying the whole time. They literally just want number go up. It's actually like, we've known it the whole time, friends. It's just that they haven't been tested enough. That's why if ETH BTC ever does flip Bitcoin, okay, we will see an enormous alt season. All right, you'll see all the Bitcoin maxis, they'll flip. They'll flip to the king. Okay, they will do that. Okay, they say they won't, but they will. You mark my words. I found this out, friends, as well. This was actually pretty sad. So look at this fake news coming out about the Telegram founder. Telegram CEO Pavel Durov faces domestic abuse allegation in Switzerland. So no one believes this clown horse shit. This is absolutely just, once again, friends, like the Israel government, the Mossad coming for him again. Okay, so they're trying to say that he's a wife beater, but I want to remind you, they did the same thing to Julian Assange. Remember, Julian Assange, they said, oh, he's a rapist and he's a wife beater and blah, blah, blah. He's Sweden. He's all these other cuck nations and all these cuck governments and stuff out here. So also, this is funny. No one believes me. It's actually true as you look this up. When they were trying to kick Julian Assange out of the embassy, remember when he was staying there because Great Britain pretty much wanted to take him down? They said he was pooping, right? And then he would grab his poop and smear it on the walls and then like write his name and stuff. I'm not making this up. I'm literally not making this up, okay? So I don't know about you, but that sounds like a fun Saturday night to me. Of course, we're just having fun here, friends. Of course, I gotta make laugh. We gotta laugh at something. When the candle's down this bad, friends, we gotta laugh at something. Now, obviously, he's targeted because he's refusing to censor. But you know, look, I know the geniuses. I know Ethereum fans. Yeah, there's a lot of cucks there, man. There's a lot of cucks, man. Like, but I'm just taking. If you're an Ethereum maxi, you got a kid, get it DNA tested. Your son or your daughter, man, just please. Okay, just what I've seen out here, I don't think you want to know the answer. Actually, maybe you shouldn't get them DNA tested. Just saying. Look, they're smart though. They're really, really smart, and I think they are going to make a platform where you can't censor it, no matter what it is. That's how Ethereum works. Kind of like, well, we've made Uniswap code. Okay, even though Hayden's a cuck as well. They've made Uniswap code where you can't censor it even if you wanted to. It's always on the chain. You can just censor the front ends. Okay, if they try hard enough, they can always censor something, right? But that's pretty much what their brains are capable to do. That's why Ethereum's always the hotbed of innovation. It has the smartest people working there. But here's the thing, friends. Can you get rich of it? Like I know we live in volatile times now, but you know, friends, most of society's history, most of our days, like the spicy stuff doesn't last for long, right? This is like running up to the election. And there's going to be like a boring 2.5, 3 year period. You know what I mean? Like it's not like you want to be spicy all the time. So how much money really is there to be made? I guess we'll find out, see if there's a market out there for it. Now, friends, I've saved one of the most intense things for last, and I might actually have to make another video on it later on. It is on Eric Wall. So Eric, I'm just sending this message out to Eric. Just watch out, brother. The cursing you have done on yourself, okay? I've made a video, but I'm telling you right now, you see this candle? I promise you I'll light candles for you, sir. But I know literally the first 50, 100 candle lightings, they're not going to work. I know they're not going to work. Don't even bother. But I'm going to do it for you anyway, okay? Because that's the type of man I am. Now, I'm just going to let you read this conversation between him and the storyteller, Martini. Okay, Martini, the storyteller. So, prediction 31. I will join Richard Hart in prison. So, he's calling for Richard Hart in prison. There you go. Okay. How ironic that while you celebrated when they came for Richard, he decided to hire the best lawyers so he can set up a precedent. So Martini's kind of like, hey, let's be friends. And then I'm just going to show you how it pretty much ends, right? So look, Martini saying, you are cheering for the wrong side, Eric. But then Eric replying, how am I cheering for the wrong side? I sent a nuclear weapon to the SEC instead of having him run around and scam inbreds. So I'm just telling you, man, watch out. By the way, if you know anybody, friends or family of him, I don't know, like don't let him sleep over, don't hang around. It's gonna be some bad skull flying stuff, friends. Admitting you're a Fed, admitting that you're bragging about causing harm to 200,000 people. And here's the thing, friends. You're the cohort of Hexicans and PulseChain. You know they are different to when he was getting abused, right? You know it's different people, yeah. You know when he was getting abused, when he first started, there was 5,000 people in there. And then even up till the Coffin Dance, there was at most 50 to 70,000 people. Now there's over 200,000. Okay, so literally there is like everyone's been diluted. Okay, there's now like double the amount of people that were around that you're getting abused. It's literally an entirely different cohort. But I guess when you taste blood, man, I know when you taste blood, you just can't get rid of it. But that's how kingdoms form, man. Some kings have cursed themselves for oblivion. You know, so I even made this video, right? Eric Wall curse. Maybe we can look back. I'm just warning you, man. Also, shout out to Mr. J Plush. Mr. J Plush, he asked about this curse stuff, okay? And, I mean, like, even Martini is saying, what goes around comes around, right? So, I'm just telling you, friends, look. The Coffin Dance marked the top of Hex. But, in their eyes, they were justified. Why? Because they experienced so much hate and ridicule at the start. Now, here's the thing, man. You only had to live through it for about 3 to 4 months. Nothing, okay? For example, PulseChain's been, like, you're wrecked after 3 years, by the way. And Hex, you're down. It's round-tripped 4.25 years. Literally, Hex, round-trip 4.25 years, okay? So compare 3 or 4 months of 4 years. Literally had it 10 times worse. Literally 10 times worse. Objectively, not even, like, guessing 10 times worse, okay? So there is that. Now, in their eyes, they were justified to do the Coffin Dance. I get it. You think you're justified. But you already won, man, okay? You literally... That's what I'm trying to show you is. On the Hex price chart, bro, you already run. You can't, look, you can't, look, see what I mean? Like, it was up here, bro. You're already up 1,000x. You see? I know they had this, look at this, friends, by the way, this is where they're like, you were saying bad stuff about me. And then you literally, from that point, I mean, you literally went up. You'd already won the game, bro. You'd already won the game. Look how much it went up, man. That's crazy. 1,750x. Okay, so what I've noticed with these curses is there does come a point where you start taking it too far, you get warned many times by many people that you're taking it too far. You get warned over and over and over again. But they're so, like, their eyes are bloodshot with rage and just like vengeance, and like they taste blood, man. Like sharks in the water. Okay, when they obviously got a taste of orange juice, now they want a taste of everyone's orange juice, right? So they don't stop. And they keep going and going and going. That's how we end up with literally the Coffin Dance video at that very top. Okay, you already won the game, man. Now the bodies are dead. In fact, they're not even bodies anymore. They're literally ashes. You're literally, you're just basically, you're injecting their ashes at this point. That's like how we've taken a step too far. But then it flipped the other way, friends, because obviously Eric was one of the people in the Coffin Dance videos that they were dancing on his coffin, pretty much, right? Pretending he's dead, etc. Okay. Then though, we got this part. Okay, so he won. Eric wins. I told you, you're gonna lose all your money. Here we are. Okay, so that was 2022. Okay, and then I knew at that point, Eric, he wiped himself clean. He goes, my job here is done. And he walked away. There's like the credits rolling in the movie, okay? But then, you know, the movie's over. He comes back, puts himself in front of the camera. And then all of 2023 happened, okay? All of 2023 happened. He's still dancing on graves. And, of course, the corrupt SEC attack came out. And then he, instead of going like, I told yous, anyway, moving on with my life. Instead of that, he went, no. Get the flamethrower now. I'm going to burn all of these people. Literally just start gassing them. Literally gas chambers, friends. It's literally, it's Auschwitz all over again, okay? That's how much it was going. Literally going with that deep, dark curse level, okay? And then the admitting he was the reason, a big contributor to the SEC. He's a Fed agent. He's literally a Fed. He's a snitch. Literally admitting that. And then dancing on everyone's graves again. And then making bets with everybody, and then rubbing in everyone's face. By the way, do you want to know, friends? I'm not making this up. Eric admitted it himself. You know how Eric has a bet with like KDP and all these other people? There's like $50,000 total where PulseChain has to hit like 10x day one sack by a certain date. Well, he says when he wins the money, he is going to start up a Hex scam survivor fund. And he's basically going to give money back to people that Richard scammed. That's his words saying that over and over and over again. Okay, so, and then he just has like, I sent a nuclear weapon to the corrupt SEC. I'm just like, I'm warning you. It's not a joke, by the way. Not a joke. Mate, how many times have I shown you like, oh my gosh, this thing in crypto for some reason? I don't know, when these things happen, I've seen too much of this. Okay, don't hang around him. Don't hang around him. In fact, I'm not going to be joking. I'm not even joking about this. Just be careful about even inviting him onto a podcast. That's how, when someone's got a deep, deep, dark black cloud around them, that's what happens. It starts infecting everybody. Weird shit starts happening around. Just look, well, you can learn this the easy way or the hard way, man. I know I've seen enough. I'm not going to be dancing on his grave, okay? I'm just going to be quoting back my videos going like, look, bro, I'm lighting the candle here for you. Just letting you know, man, Hexagons thought it was all over. The curse was done in 2022. Hexagons thought, no, they had another 24 months to go. So Eric hasn't even started to fall yet, okay? When he starts to fall, I'll be like letting you know in real time, which it's going to be sad. I have to tell you, I can't do anything to stop him. I'm just reporting as a news show, okay? But when he starts to fall, friends, he'll hit rock bottom eventually, okay? Might take a full year. Who knows? But the worst part is, I'll be like, well, Hexagons thought they hit rock bottom. But then it was 24 months of pain and misery to come. I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy, but I hope you learned something from that. Let this be a lesson for everyone else, man. It's the karma works. Karma's real, and you can do better. Eric, you can do better, but I've got no words for you left at this point. I mean, like, except like, good luck, bro. I'm praying for you. Okay, literally, you're going to need all the luck in the world. Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button, all. Catch you in the next one.